Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Do you remember the problem with the Saab sooted spark plugs? Well, guess what? It's fixed. Yeah, we replaced, oh look at it's going dark. There, it's better. All right, we replaced, now it's gonna get loud. Ready? Sorry, I can't help it. All right, we replaced all 4 coil packs. Spark plugs, the spark plugs that didn't make the check engine light go away. But if you have that problem, and I will put the error code down here at the bottom, and that is sooted spark plugs, which is weird. Why doesn't it have a coil pack or a ignition code? Anyway, that's what it was. So all 4 coil packs, we just went ahead and replaced. Here are the originals right here, and I kept them because more than likely it was just one that was bad. But anyway, kept them. That's in a previous video. And here's the update. Check engine light has not been back on. Car has passed inspection. Old rear coil springs are back there. But anyway, we are tackling a new problem. This headlight here is cooked. And it's got like, the wires are melted. So my son's going on a trip and I am gonna take this out, this headlight out. This one here has got like a grounding issue, so I'm gonna try and fix that one too. That one you kind of just go like that and it comes on most of the time. This one is just completely, the wires are melted inside the bucket. Now, trying to find new headlights for this thing, you can't. They're just impossible. Unfortunately, you just can't find them. Now, I've already taken the wheel off because you have to pop the fender off, the bumper off here. So, I've got the wheel off. You gotta take the inner fender off, the fender liner. And I believe these are gonna be like a little 8mm, Uzi 8mm right here. So I'm gonna go ahead, take that off, get this headlight out, then I'll be able to show you the melted wire inside the headlight bucket. It's a whole pain in the butt. I'm gonna have to sort of jerry-rig something inside there. I'm gonna have to solder, I think, some wires permanently to the bulb itself. And as far as an explanation as to why it's happening, I really don't have one. At this point, I don't care anymore. It just needs to be safe so that he can stop running the high beams. Here's the high beam right here. And here's the regular low beam. So we got to get this fixed. I got to get this headlight out, solder things together, and this is going to be my fix. Let's get to it. Time for some coffee. It's already getting cold. And it's not even strong enough. I didn't make it strong enough. Do you like your coffee strong? I do. All right, listen. Here's the deal. You don't have to take your wheel off. All you gotta do, you don't have to take those screws out. Really, you just need to take one screw out. This guy right here. I'm holding on to my coffee right here. This screw. This one that goes up like this. That's all you need to take out. And then pop the fender out. Because as you can see right here, the screw goes right through the fender right there, because in order to get the headlights out, it's just so cold out here that the coffee doesn't stay warm. It kind of sucks anyway because it's so weak, that coffee. But let me show you the headlights, the way they're set up. They have these hooks, and you have to pull the bumper to get these headlights out. There's no other way. You have to get this off. You don't have to get it like off all the way, but you know what I'm saying, right? So now I'm gonna let this down. I'm gonna pop the hood and bolt the headlights. I am taking this one out too because this has a grounding issue in it too. It's just a complete mess. Every time you want to turn the headlights on, which is they're like daytime running, you got to pop the hood. You got to take the caps off in the back. You got to wobble this headlight, and then that one's not even working. So let's get this down on the ground, unbolt these things, and get them out. Okay. Hey, how you doing? I'm back. Well, the front bumper fell off. And when I had that driver's side headlight out, I actually forgot to put this bolt in to hold it. So I would do some coffee talk right now, but my coffee's ice cold and I don't drink iced coffee. So let me just go over a few things that you won't have to do these mistakes that I made. All right, number one, you don't have to take the wheel off. Number two, you do have to take out this here, and you could leave this guy in right here. So you got to take out this guy on the inner fender, okay, on the splash guard, you know, whatever. You got to take that out, and there is a bolt that holds the headlight in right here. So you gotta pull this out. You gotta yank it out, okay? Then you don't have to take these guys out right here, because then your bumper's gonna fall on the ground like mine did. Yeah, but I do have to say, you do have to take the edges out, like the edges, because you gotta get the headlight out. Make sense? So just leave the center ones in so that your bumper just doesn't fall right off. So I gotta put that back on. It's no biggie. Been there, done that, you know? But I gotta find the bolt that goes in there. I think I've seen that around here somewhere. I know it's around here. That kind of looks like it. Is that it? That's not it. I know I've seen that. I could find something, but yeah. Anyway, I got them out, and that's, you know, I guess that's all that counts. Okay, here is the tab right here, and then here is where the bolt goes right there. So, right there. Oh, it is a 10 millimeter, by the way, and that's why you got to pull the bumper off. And then these are the clips. The bumper rides right underneath in there. These kind of, you know, clip underneath. All right, there's that. This one is in really bad shape. I did polish it a while back, and I did clear coat it, but obviously, you know, it's still not in great shape. Let me see. And here is the bolt fitting for that side as well. I gotta find a bolt for it so I can fasten it in there. All right, I gotta put this back on. Okay, well, we're in the house, and ooh, we got the headlight assembly on the bench, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like inside here. This is the passenger side. Here is, let me get the light going here, the melted lead, and obviously this is the problem, and I just don't understand why this is happening. And you can see like little particles here, which look like looks like sand or something. But you know, this has been on there like really good. In fact, it's on there so good that I put anti-seize on here, because this goes on like this, and it stays on so good that when you go to undo it, it stays on too good. And you almost need pliers to take it off, so I put anti-seize on it. So, I don't know, maybe these other guys... That looks good. See a little GM mark right there? Alright, let's check this. That looks good. So I think what I'm gonna do is... I might just cut these and put some spades right directly. I might make my own pigtail, I think. And what I did was I went to a junkyard last year and I put one in on here from a car. I think a BMW uses the same. I think it was a BMW, I'm pretty sure. Yep, see, and I soldered this in here, and it works well, just you end up having to like turn this to get a good ground. It's like every single time. I don't know what the deal is, the dealio. Maybe I'll just do the same thing with this. It's like loose. I don't know. I'm gonna figure out off camera. But what I have to do is I brought my alligator clips in here, and I brought my 12 volts in here. I got to figure out where my leads are here to get some power going so that I can figure everything out. So that's what I'm going to do now and trace the wires. Well, this is the driver's side, and obviously this is a problem, and I found an open wire here. That's a problem. And that's a problem. So we got tons of problems. And another problem I noticed is we have two different bulbs. And I remember that I had this style bulb in here, and that this one blew out, or it actually shattered. And these bulbs are like 70 bucks. So remember I don't know if I got this from the boneyard or what, so I put it in. Yeah, that's why this is different, and I think it's gonna stay that way. Now, I was having these problems before, so I don't think that this is what's causing the problem, having two different bulbs. I am gonna say it doesn't help. You shouldn't run two different bulbs like this. They're two different... this is a Wagner, I think this is a Sylvania. This is an Osram. That's a German one. And I'm not sure, this is Korean. That, you know, is not a good thing. You shouldn't run two different brands. I'm gonna go outside of my box of bulb goodies and see if I have something else. I don't think I do. I think that's why this is like this. But for now, I'm gonna have to run it like this. Anyway, I'm gonna have to figure this out. I'll let you know what I do off camera here. Well, as you saw, I found the, well, it's not really the match. It's really weird. I have a match to this one, but it's not really a match. This is an H11C, one that was in the car, and in the C probably means because it has like, maybe it's called like a chrome. Yeah, see, it's got this chrome tip on it. And this is just an H11. It's the same exact thing. And so, I don't know what to do. Maybe, I think I'll just not use this one. And the one that was in the car was this guy. But then we'll still have mixed-matched brands. And obviously, this one had an issue too. I don't know. I have some options here, and I'll have to think about it off camera. But check this out. When I pulled out the bulb, it wasn't obviously just here for the issue. Look at this. Man, what a mess. So I might just, I don't know if I'm gonna cut this off, or I might just go into my bag of tricks here, or here, and then put one of these leads, plug it into here, and create two pigtails coming off, and then snip here and put barrel ends to make it like quick release. Yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing, but I won't know until I see how things fit on the ends of here and secure it. and then these will be disposable. Alright, you guys, I found where everything jumps. This is the high beam right here. If you jump, it doesn't matter if you put your hot side over here, your live side. Okay, that's your high beam. Then if you jump from here, this next one down, that'll be, this is the high beam right there, okay? And you don't need this ground. I thought maybe I would need that, but if I take that ground wire off, it still works, okay? And then the rest of these are the other things, like, it doesn't really matter, but I'll show you anyway. I took some bulbs out, I think, but one of them's the LED. Yeah, right there's like an LED or indicator. Anyway, now I'm gonna go ahead, now that I know where the power lead is, I'm gonna go ahead and snip this off of here and go ahead and start, like, get my soldering iron out and jerry rig this stuff, because this has got to go now. You know, I did fix this at one time, but this has got to go. This keeps happening. I'm gonna go ahead, and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna shove them right on there like that. They're pretty solid. They're pretty hard to get on there. I'll have to take pliers. But I'll go ahead and knock these off of here, put some shrink tube around them, and put some leads on and solder it on here. I don't have any barrel connectors, unfortunately, so I can't do like quick connects. I might have some out in the garage. I have to make a trip out in the garage anyway. I'll go look. Maybe I do. I'll let you know. Alright, I'm back at it, and this is gonna be awesome because this is why I don't throw stuff away. This is all of my electronic wiring stuff. This is like just not even half of the stuff I have, but this is like old car wiring and crap like that. I did find barrel connectors, let's just put it that way. But I found something even better. This is from, I remember this was from a Buick Regal that I had, and I cut the wiring harness out of it because I was like, you know, someday I might need this. This is the block part. So I just spent about a half an hour prying the little tabs out. So now I'm going to chuck this. And here is all the wire bundles. I just took those and what does this look like? Yeah, it looks like the ends that is on the side of the, behind me, you know, the headlights. Headlights, see? So what I'm going to do is, I've got some of these already, and they fit perfectly in there, and they're snug too. So I'll be able to go ahead and plug them right in, no problem. And they're already mounted. I don't have to solder. Well, I have to solder here, but I don't have to do like a double solder type thing. And I can just put some shrink wrap around them so they'll be protected. So this is perfect. I don't have to go ahead and use these because this was kind of not wonky or anything, but it's just they fit way better. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I've been meaning to do this because this was kind of a knotted mess. There was another fuse block. I already threw it out. I wanted to show you that. But now this could go into my little collection. Now I'm gonna get my soldering iron out, and I'm gonna get those over here and start soldering this together and put it all back together and be done with this project. Well, you know, at least in here. And then I think maybe tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow, be done with it. You got your coffee? All right, let's do this. Alrighty, well, I'm finding a bunch of weird things going on here. This is for the high beam. Here's my low beam. And this is falling apart, the casing around the wire. It's just so brittle, it's falling apart. But when I pulled this out, this right here, that was already exposed. I'm wondering if it was shorting out inside here somewhere, making everything else sort of cook and make this happen. But as I've been messing with it, this has all been crumbling away, so I actually took some super glue and kind of, sealed it. So now I'm waiting for that to dry. I have to go out into the garage, grab some electrical tape. It's almost 11 o'clock at night, but I gotta continue with this project here. Wrap this all up, get this all put back together tonight, hopefully. And then get it in the car tomorrow morning, hopefully. So, I'm making progress. This is coming out pretty good. These are in there nice and tight. I only have this in there to check it, and everything seemed to be working. I'll probably have to open up the other one and check that. This is the driver's side. I'll have to check the passenger side. Alright, everything's hooked up and working. The other headlight is hooked up and working. It's been a long night. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning, but they're fixed, and I'm going to install these tomorrow and get this car done so my son can use this car. Alright, we'll get this done tomorrow. See you then. Alright, well, as you can see, I'm back at it this morning, getting the headlights in, and they work. So that's great. I'm really happy and pleased about that. But I have some advice for you. You want this job to go easy, just take the bumper cover off. Just let it dangle like that. It's way easier. And also another thing, I did want to mention that when I'm tightening everything down, I'm using hand tools to tighten down. To loosen up, I did use power tools just to get it going faster, but I like to not use power tools when I'm tightening. Depends on what it is. For this job, I am using hand tools because I want to get a feel for everything. I don't want to, break anything. So that's kind of a tip. You want to get a good feel. That goes right here. So you don't, because these are kind of delicate. This is going right into plastic, so that's kind of what I'm going to do. Just snug that one up. This guy. That's pretty good. And then this one here. And it's a heat wave today. It's like 16 degrees, and that's good right there. I'm just happy that the headlights work, getting the car done so my son could use it for work today, so I don't have to take him in and then get him at 11:30 tonight. So he'll be happy about that too. All right, let's get the rest of this put back together. Well, I'm done. And I'm going in. It's time for coffee. I don't bring it out anymore. You know why? It just gets cold too fast. And I'm not into the iced coffee. So if you stuck around through this, maybe you'll learn something. I know I did. Don't buy a Saab. No, I'm just kidding. It's been a really good car. Like I said, I've owned it for 9 years. It's my son's car now. And really, we've only just done like tires, oil changes. The biggest thing is flex pipe rotting. That's like the biggest thing, and that's not the car's fault. It's the quality of the stuff they build now. They used to make them out of stainless. Now it's just crappy steel. All right. So thanks for sticking around on this one. I appreciate your time. If you're not a subscriber, consider it. It's free. You got nothing to lose. Except maybe your time. Yeah, I know, it's valuable. But maybe you'll learn something next time. Maybe you'll learn something this time. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.